Hi everyone. Okay, so here we go with the story of Alphonse the chef who experiences his cooking through his sense of smell, but has an adventure of finally being able to enjoy the taste of his food. And this is gonna be good. I think so because there's cooking happening in this video, and if you and stick around to the end because I have a new special feature. So yeah, take a look at that. I think it'll be fun. Welcome to new people coming in, and of course, thank you for coming back, my wonderful subscribers. I'll see you at the end.
Once there was a man whose only vision for his life was to be a chef. Well, maybe chef was a bit much. He just wanted to be around foods of all kinds and to cook. This man cannot remember a day when the aroma of food being prepared did not transport him into feeling closer to his creator. Strangely, although he could smell every particle of the ingredients that go into a dish, his ability to match the aroma with the taste in his mouth always left him somewhat disappointed. It became an obsession. He could hardly wait to get out of high school so that he could apprentice somewhere to begin to finesse his great passion. He made his recipes down to a science, and he collected a great following of faithful diners, food lovers who could not get enough of his talented cooking. His frustration at not being able to satisfy his taste to match the smells eventually made him very moody, and moreover, he became surly. His mood became so funky that he began to wonder if he really had any friends, or if they just kept his company to eat at his table, to partake of his amazing cooking. Well, as misfortune would seemingly have it, he caught a bad virus. This happens, eh? That was spreading around his neighborhood. And because of that virus, he lost his sense of smell, the key tool of his chefery. He was therefore happy that each of his recipes were completely down to a scientific formula. He had each recipe documented to every detail down to micromilligrams, precise temperatures, cooking time, and even how many times to stir the pot. So, despite losing his sense of smell, he could keep cooking. After all, this was also his job. He was running his own restaurant. He had gotten so dependent on his sense of smell and precise recipes that he had long ago given up on tasting his creations because he didn't want to be disappointed, and mainly he became satisfied that his friends and customers rejoiced in his skill and his passion. Well, one morning, as he was doing his morning bathroom wake-up activities, he was washing his face, brushing his teeth. The flavor of his toothpaste, which was cinnamon, was actually very noticeable. He found it surprising because he had not been able to detect the cinnamon before. He had bought the flavor of toothpaste on a hopeful whim, And now, there it was. He could taste the flavor. He decided right away he would prepare one of his favorite recipes out of curiosity. A savory ackee bread pudding. He would have to go by his recipe, though, because thanks to the virus, he would not be able to detect the aroma while preparing it, and when it was done. So he set about cubing a loaf of stale bread he had stored in his freezer. He set out the olive oil, just a quarter cup. He chopped fresh thyme, only 4 teaspoons exactly. Butter was to be only 6 tablespoons, unsalted. 1.5 cups finely chopped scallion. 2.5 cups cream. 6 large eggs, freshly ground black pepper. In a large bowl, he tossed the bread cubes in the oil and thyme to coat them. Then he spread the cubes out on a baking sheet and toasted them in his oven until they were golden. Then placed the toasted breadcrumbs in a glass baking dish. Then he prepared the ackee. He sautéed chopped red bell peppers, scallion, thyme, and tomatoes. He added crumbled, crisply fried bacon, only 6 strips. Then he added 2.5 cups of scalded ackee and sautéed it all together. Then he layered some of the bread cubes and poured in some of the egg and cream mixture. Next, he layered in the ackee and added another layer of bread cubes, this time tossed in the egg and cream mixture on top, and on until the baking dish was topped with the remaining bread cubes and then a layer of mild Gouda cheese. He placed the whole combination in the baking dish into a pan with warm water and set it in the oven. Once done, it was beautiful to behold. As he sat at his kitchen table, he was unable to smell the bell peppers, the scallion or thyme, but just like the cinnamon in the toothpaste, the savory bread pudding was an escapade for his tongue. Alphonse actually wept a few tears. He sat back after this experience and wondered if he could live with the trade-off, for he knew eventually he would recover from the virus and feared he would lose his newfound joy of taste. He told his mate about what happened, who also celebrated and wept with him. For 8 memorable weeks, as the virus made its way through the cycle, Alphonse reveled in all his recipes that he had documented down to a science. He was finally experiencing the richness of the aroma, but this time with his taste buds. And he tried not to think about the day when he would be 100% well again and the virus would be gone. A strange gift indeed. As the days passed and he fully recovered, Alphonse worried about returning to normal. When he told his 6-year-old son about his problem, his son said, "Dad, how about when you're eating, you just hold your nose?" sometimes the simplest solutions can find a funny, circuitous path to get to us, right? Even though the answer might have been right under our nose in front of us all along. And now for that added feature. Wait for it.
Okay, here's the extra feature. Tribute to all my tarot community. I made my own deck. Doesn't have 78 cards yet. Listening to my guides. So I'm going to shuffle my deck and read my card for my viewers for today. I'm shuffling. That's what that noise is. So fun. Here it is, and I'm going to just, for my readers, for my viewers, please guide me. What does it say? Oh, no, it's backwards for you, but see if you could see it backwards. It says cheer. Cheer! Cheer. I hope you can see that. Cheer. CHEER. So there you go. Cheer for you. All right. I hope you enjoyed that.